everybody. Good morning, welcome, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be. We are on episode 24 with Miss Liz Sweeney from Key Transaction Management.
Hi.
Give me a little high five to get the party started.
Right?
Thanks for joining us. Liz loves being in front of the camera just about as much as me.
Yes.
So I got to pump myself up to get here on these days like this because, I don't, but hey, you got to do things that you don't like to do sometimes in the business world. So
growth.
Here we are. All right. So Liz Sweeney runs Key Transaction Management. So for the first time out of my interviews, I'm going to step aside and start to, change it up a little bit. So I wanted to bring Liz in today to kind of get everybody who may not know what she does or know her background and everything, get a little bit more familiar with Liz. So Liz has been with me for how long now? How long have we been doing? Well, Key Transaction Management. Let's start with that.
Like literally December 2015.
10 years,
so 10 years. Yeah. Yep.
We used to be so young and fun.
Oh, we definitely used to be like young and fun.
All right. So 10 years with Key Transaction Management, the brokerage. But I guess before that, grew up New Jersey girl, correct?
Jersey.
Right. Jersey girl. So I went, good old Towson University I went to. There's quite a few Jersey girls and Long Island girls. But Jersey girls are always tough girls, hard workers.
Yep.
Yeah. So I feel like you fall like right into that category.
Yes.
And then, all right. So from Jersey, college
at Loyola, so that's kind of how I
University,
ended up here.
Loyola
Yes.
College. I got a niece there now.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So
Came down and never left, kind of thing.
Well, I left. I went back because I was going to be in fashion, and I worked in the city being New York.
Yes.
Hated it. It was too busy, so I moved back here. So I've been back here since like 2007.
All right. What'd you do when you got back?
So I started working in commercial development and then commercial property management, and then 2008, 2009 happened, and everything kind of tanked. So I took a job. My boss at the time set me up with his friend selling printers, actually at the company that does our printers.
Nice.
And then that I just was like, this is not for me. So my friend introduced me to Tina Bellavo, and I started working on her team as the operations manager. I worked with her for a year or so.
And she was at the Cummings company at that time.
She was at Cummings, yes.
Okay, she was with us. So that was your first entry into real estate.
Yes. So she kind of taught me the ropes about residential real estate. I was her admin.
Yeah. She did a good job.
Yes, great job. She ended up leaving Cummings and going to a different brokerage. I went with her. Wasn't really the spot for me, so that's kind of what kicked off me and you.
Right. So I do recall you reached out and said, I'm not loving this. I want to see what's out there. And then kind of asked, did I have a regular job available? At that point I was pretty small still. I only had the 2 locations, I guess, right? And then maybe I had Ruxton, but I said, I do recall, I was like, I don't have anything myself, but I really think that you're great. And I was like, at that point I had people asking me regularly, I just remember Mark Risha and Marilyn Mulligan, who Marilyn Mulligan's now retired, or not retired, but moved to Florida and doing some real estate down there, semi-retired maybe. But they were looking for administration people. So I kind of went back to you. I remember we had met at Stone Mill Bakery in Green Spring. And so let me ask a few agents if they would share you. And this was before transaction management was even a thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me see if I can get a few people to share you. And maybe, they're willing to pay X amount of dollars would add up to enough to get you to make a move back, right?
Yes.
And then that's kind of, I feel like, how your brain started thinking okay, what I want to do. I mean, I guess go from there, I guess.
Yeah. So you talked to a few people. I had relationships with people in our Lutherville office at the time, and they agreed they needed help. So I kind of started when I first started, I was doing everything because I just needed a job. I needed to make my mortgage.
Right.
And then it kind of morphed into this business of I can kind of offer these very specific services and do the things I love to do and kind of cut out all the stuff. As I grew bigger, I was doing marketing in the beginning. I was doing everything. Yeah.
Signs
lock boxes, walkthroughs, showings, all the things. I realized as I got bigger and more agents kept coming on, this is kind of when Key was born, that I had to streamline everything and I couldn't do everything. So I had to streamline it. I picked the things I love doing the most, and
that's very smart.
How it was born. And
I've grown,
I've grown kind of as Dave has grown. Dave has given me the flexibility and the room to just do, he's trusted me to just do it and handle it and not make him look bad. So it's kind of just
full transparency. Our
crazy
relationship is basically you just pay for desk space because you have an office in Timonium. You pay for desk space. You run your business. My mindset is not being in your pocket or whatever gives you the ability to give the agents the best price. And also, like, for me, it's a win because like they're getting their transaction management done, which hopefully is giving them more time to go find more clients and do more business. So I'm going to win by basically having agents be more productive. And then also hopefully having agents retain agents at the brokerage because they are maybe not get wooed away because they have such a great relationship with you. And it also helps bringing in new agents that we have this all sort of set up.
You've given me kind of the freedom and the trust to just like do my thing. And I think that's what our friendship, business partnership, whatever you want to call it, has allowed for that.
And then, so, I mean, I guess how many agents, are you typically working with throughout, like how many agents throughout the entire year from company to company use your services?
I would say probably like 100.
100
at this
kind
point.
Of consistent folks?
Consistent, I would say I want to say probably like, gosh, I would say like 40 to 50 are pretty consistent, especially like our bread and butter of the services we offer is transaction management. And if you look at Cummings like top 100 roster, we probably work with a big chunk of
the top 100.
Of the top ones.
And then, I mean, so how many transactions throughout the year? I remember I've seen you guys social media market your like agent, like, closed transaction count, like kind of like I will like market the sales volume or whatever.
So it's been, it's ebbs and flows, and we, 21 and 22 were very good to us. And then, as it was for a lot of agents, because our sales are directly correlated to agent sales. So like this year, we're kind of back to like 2019, which I think is generally, you could say, for the whole real estate market. So we'll probably close out a little more than 900 this year.
So near 1,000.
Yeah, we've done, since I've started this business and grown it, we've done close to 8,000.
Right, gotcha. So you're like 80 deals a month within the brokerage. About 80 deals a month to get the 900 or so, or throughout this year. All right, so that's really strong. So I guess for those who haven't worked with you, don't know, two things I want to ask is like, what are the services you offer? What are the costs? And like, and what's the team behind you, I guess,
Absolutely.
So if you could just kind of go through like what you do, like what it all kind of entails, if you don't mind sharing.
Most importantly, there is a team behind me. There's no way I could do all of this on my own.
And Carolyn and Emily.
Carolyn,
I mean, if you want to talk, whatever you want.
Right now, it's myself as a transaction manager, Carolyn Stromer as a transaction manager, and then we are supported by Emily Fife and Nomi, who's actually in the Philippines. She just joined us. She's great. She joined us like a month ago. But before that, we had Amy Lindsay, who I'm sure a lot of people watching will know.
Good old Amy.
Yeah, she was with me for a very long time. Very great TC, just like Carolyn. So we kind of like hire as needed. So, because a lot of people, I get the question like, well, what if you can't handle the volume? We just hire. So you don't have to worry about that. But we offer, I guess, probably the bulk of our business is transaction management. So that's everything from ratified contract to closing. We track all the deadlines. We take care of addendum. We make sure settlement's scheduled. We're just communicating with lender and title and all that. So it's like we're doing all the stuff that's behind the scenes that your client doesn't really know who's doing it. It doesn't matter. So it's like, so you can focus on your client and customer service. We're taking care of all like the admin paperwork and stuff like that.
You're CCing the listing agent or the buyer agent. That's what's coming
everyone
on there.
CC'd,
so they're following along.
Yeah. So they know, they get a weekly update of their pending transactions. It's kind of like a spreadsheet overview of where everything stands. So they know everything that's going on with we're not taking away anything. It's not making them look like they're not doing anything. We're there to support. We're there to make them look good. So we are very respectful of like the client agent relationship.
Right, so you're helping them like follow up, like, hey, like, or you had the inspection time frame. Is there a pin? Do you need help? Like, make sure you get it in.
Exactly, like deadlines today. Commitment. Let us know if you need us to type up
tracking
the pin.
All the deadlines.
Yeah, the 5-day response. Making sure with loan, like appraisal's been ordered, the appraisal's good. Any change in terms, all that good stuff.
Just checking off all the boxes.
Yeah, making sure like the appropriate people get the appropriate documents. So if there's a seller credit, that's going to lender and title. Right. The PIN, making sure lender doesn't see the home inspection report, all that good stuff.
Yeah, gotcha. And that's $400 a transaction, right?
$400 a transaction.
Collected basically through Broker Sumo.
Yes.
So that you don't have to worry about like sending them bill and 1099.
Yes. Yep. We just add it. So we are we're in, like, we have an account in Broker Sumo, so we just add ourselves to that.
And you help set up their disbursement for them?
We do. Yeah, we take care of Broker Sumo.
There's a lot of people that don't like that stuff.
A lot of people, and we do, if you just want to use us to do Broker Sumo, we do offer that. So we'll create the transaction, upload all the documents throughout the process, so compliance isn't coming to get you.
Yes.
And then we take care of the disbursement if you need us to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then other services that you provide?
So we also do Bright MLS input. Yeah. So everything we do is very streamlined, very templated. So we have a form you fill out. We do MLS input, listing agreement writing, and contract writing.
And send out or you're in their zip form account.
In there, yep. So we
in
do
their digital signature program, which is most people are DocuSign, I feel like, right? So you have their logins to all that stuff.
Yes. So we will create the template, like in Bright, we'll say the draft is ready for you to review. With listing agreements and contracts, we'll send you the draft for approval. We won't send anything out without you reviewing it, because we know it looks like it's coming from you, and so we're trying to make you look good. Yeah. So we'll send it out for signature once we get the approval, and then the agent just submits their offer.
Right. So writing offers, writing listing agreements, and sending out for digital signature, Bright MLS input, and those are how much each?
Those are $60 each.
All three across the board, right? So
so
you have that, but the main sort of bread and butter is the contract to close. I feel like, right?
Yeah. That's probably like 95% of our business.
Yeah, gotcha. And then is there any certain things where agents are like, man, like, I'm so happy that you guys do this every time, because this is always the one thing I always forget, or the one thing I always need help with doing.
I would say, definitely Broker Sumo, but just also just following up with, it's easy to lose track of paperwork and have you was the seller credit submitted? So it kind of takes that, did we get that signed back from the buyer? Are we waiting on, so it's tracking that paperwork, I think, is probably the biggest. Also, this is a lot of times it's we have seen so much stuff in 8,000 transactions. We've run into so many different scenarios where we can stop and be like, do you really want to do it this way?
Yes.
I had this happen before.
You're heading off problems before you're helping them head off problems.
Yes.
You understand the inspections and how these things can go.
And we don't want to send that to the lender, stuff like that.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. We just try to look out for them and just make sure they're not getting themselves into hot water.
Yeah, reviewing addendums and helping them draft the addendums. I guess in terms of home inspection pins and stuff, how do you guys handle that? An agent goes to the inspection, they have inspection report on the buyer side. They want to write a pin. Do they come to you for that? I guess that's one of those things where it's it's...
Yeah, it depends on the agent. A lot of agents do it themselves. We are licensed, right? But one of the things with our services is we don't negotiate. We leave that to you.
Sure, and that's probably one of the things I put in place.
Yes,
no offense.
absolutely.
It's in terms of negotiating home inspection repairs directly with the listing agent, or negotiating whether you're a listing agent or buyer agent, negotiating the price of the house.
That's what
any credits.
Should be. You should be negotiating your own deals.
Are you reviewing pins, helping them draft the pins?
So we can help them draft them. So we will, if they give us the item numbers, or can you drop this in? So it all depends on the agent. They all like to handle it differently. But anytime we do draft a pin, we'll send it to the agent. Is this what you're looking for? And then they, make changes, or we send it out for signatures. And then when it comes time to submit it to the listing agent, we usually will say, do you want us to submit it? Because sometimes you like to send an email prefacing this is why we did all this. Sure. So if they want us to send it, we'll send it. If they prefer to send it, they send it. And then we track the 5-day response, and then the 2-day response.
Make sure everybody's within their time frame.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. It gets a little tedious sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah. So making sure people understand what they'd have to do to stay contractually in the game.
Yep.
Keep protecting their clients.
Yes.
Any other things on the business side that, I'm not asking questions about, that you feel like you should highlight about what makes it work and why, I know that everybody here has been so happy. I've had, Mary Lynch, when she first started using you guys, she's like, I've been doing real estate for 18 years and I've been doing it all wrong.
Yes.
She's like, the stress of this takes off of me, not waking up in the middle of the night saying, oh,
Yeah.
Like, I forgot to do this, or did I do this? And sometimes she like said she would wake up and she like did do it, but she just like, you know, like.
Well, so we take on that, you know, we take on the, like, I wake up at night and I'm like, did I order a termite? Like, you know, I think about that kind of stuff. I think the biggest thing about my team is we're super, it's a really, like, I think the hardest part of this business has been hiring for me. And it's really hard to find somebody that's like outgoing and has great customer service, but is also like detail oriented times a million. It's like, just when you think everyone's always detail oriented.
Yes.
Try being a TC and you'll realize you are not. So I think like that's the thing. We have a system for everything. We have processes in place. If like, you know, we miss something, we're like, what did we do? How can we fix the system? We're very, very good at what we do. I'm so lucky to have my team.
I've never gotten any complaints in 10 years.
Yeah.
That's like one of those things where it's like, you know, like we never have any sort of conflict because you're never messing anything up for me, you know?
Also, I mean, we do like make like little mistakes and like we will own it. We're not above that. So, you know, I think my team, this brokerage, and I'm a very humble person, but I think like agents are super lucky to have my team because they are the best of the best, in my opinion. Yeah. And we're really, really good at what we do.
Elevate them even higher.
Yes. Yeah. And like, I guess it's also like iron sharpens iron because Cummings has such good agents. It makes our job easier. And so we learn from our agents learn from us. So it kind of just like elevates everybody.
Yeah. Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Any fun facts about yourself? I always just like to like get some sort of like, you know.
I love my dogs. I'm insane about my dogs.
Boss
I think
named
like
after Bruce Springsteen,
Boss
which I'm a big
and
fan.
Rosalita.
Yeah, and Rosalita, that's right.
I think like my go-to icebreaker is that
Jersey girl has to like a Bruce Springsteen.
Of course. I was born to run.
Yeah. We're in the glory days of our life.
Yeah. I have 2 different color eyes. That's always that's my icebreaker because people I've known them for like 10 years and they're like, wait, do you have 2 different color eyes? So that's like my big icebreaker.
I never knew that.
Yeah, this one's half blue, half brown.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Love it. You're recently a Mount Washingtonian like myself. Mount Washington. Favorite Baltimore neighborhood? Came from Hamden, living in Mount Washington.
I love Mount Washington. It's been great, but my husband made me move kicking and screaming. I was in Hamden for 15 years. I love it. I love like the vibe, all the restaurants, all the things, but I love being in Mount Washington. So it's kind of my favorite
pretty
now.
Close.
It's close. Yeah. Yep. It's a quick jaunt down Falls Road.
Yeah,
so.
two great neighborhoods. Okay. All right, guys. Well, if you need to reach out to Liz Sweeney, you can find her on our website. Come to me, Google her. Key Transaction Management helps a ton of agents. 2026 coming up. Hopefully you reach out, talk to her, see if there's ways to hopefully maybe help you as well.
Yes.
I appreciate you doing this. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Have a great day. Thank you.
Go back to my computer.
Yeah, there you go. Me too, pretty soon. All right, guys. Thank you.
Awesome.